The Batman is barely months away from facing the big screen after the outbreak pushed the DC feature back to March 2022. Robert Pattison is preparing to don the cape and cowl for his Batman role, with Zoe Kravitz playing Catwoman, Colin Farrell as the Penguin, Andy Serkis as Alfred Pennyworth, Jeffrey Wright as Jim Gordon, and Paul Dano as the Riddler. We've got something to help you pass the time if you're counting down the days, as the trailers have promised a dark and melancholic detective story. We've compiled all you need to know about the film ahead of its release, including its release date, leaked details, rumors, and cast members. So make sure to stay tuned. Let's get started. The cast. First and foremost, the Batman himself, Robert Pattinson, will portray Batman Bruce Wayne. It was, however, a lengthy journey to get there. In May 2019, filmmaker Matt Reeves had two actors on his Batman wishlist, Robert Pattinson and Nicholas Hoult, who played Beast in the X-Men films. Pattinson was cast as Batman a few weeks later after much controversy on social media. Jeffrey Wright, who plays Commissioner Gordon in Westworld, will join Pattison. Catwoman, portrayed by Zoe Kravitz, completes the ensemble. Kravitz may have beaten several others to the position by signing on in October 2019. Vanessa Kirby from Hobbs & Shaw was once considered a frontrunner for the part of Selina Kyle, but Kravitz ultimately won out. Release date. The Batman release date has changed over a bunch of times. The movie was initially intended to enter theaters on June 25th, 2021. However, due to the coronavirus pandemic, the film's premiere was postponed until October 1st, 2021. But in September 2020, a crew member was diagnosed with COVID, forcing the film to halt production and rescheduling the cinema release date. The film will now be released on March 4th, 2022. If Batman vs. Superman is excluded, this is the first solo Batman film in nearly a decade. The Dark Knight Rises was released in 2012. Making it the longest Bat film hiatus since Tim Burton's Batman debuted. The director. For the Batman, Matt Reeves is in charge of the camera. The co-creator of the WB series Felicity got his start before going on to direct Cloverfield, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and War of the Planet of the Apes and its sequel. Reeves told The Hollywood Reporter in January 2019 that the newest Caped Crusader picture is an origin narrative that is very much a point-of-view driven noir Batman tale, adding that he thinks the movie will be exhilarating but also emotional. However, the Let Me In director stated that his film is more about Batman in detective mode than we've seen in the films, adding, "Batman is supposed to be the world's greatest detective, and that's not necessarily been a part of what the movie has been." The film's plot has been kept under wraps. I'd like this to be one where, as we go on the path of chasing down crooks and attempting to solve a murder, his character has an arc that allows him to develop, Reeves added. Here's a little detail you need to know about Catwoman. Kravitz wanted to keep things honest with her director when she auditioned for the Catwoman role. In September 2021, she told another mag, "It was crucial to give him an understanding of what it's truly like to work with me, to state what I actually believe, and to ask the questions I want to ask if we're on the set together. I attempted to approach it from the perspective of showing him what I think about this character, that I feel is why it occurred and I was given the job." For the role, the High Fidelity alum allegedly beat out Zazie Beetz of Joker and Eliza Gonzalez of Baby Driver. Now going back to the cast, we have Paul Dano, who will play the Riddler, will also join the cast of Batman. The announcement surfaced just a day after Jonah Hill said that he will not be reprising his role as an undisclosed Batman villain, thought to be the Penguin, in a film. The actor who played Edward Nygma, renamed Edward Nashton for the Batman, in Little Miss Sunshine and There Will Be Blood, is now in charge of bringing the role to life. A leaked photo shows a fresh version of the legendary villain's suit, making it the first time the Riddler has featured in a live-action Batman film since Jim Carrey took on the role in Batman Forever. Colin Farrell and Andy Serkis were tapped to play the Penguin and Alfred Pennyworth respectively. Matt Reeves has verified Serkis, but Farrell was not formally hired as the Penguin until January 2020. In spite of all this makeup, we still can't believe it's him. But surely, none of these stars can get the same amount of screen time. Farrell indicated in an interview with the GMA network that he just has a mirror role to play, saying, "I haven't got that much to do. I have a certain amount in the film. I'm not all over it by any means. But there are a couple of tasty scenes I have in it," he said. Speaking to the Happy Sad Confused podcast, he confirmed, "I'm only in it for 5 or 6 scenes." Meanwhile, another villainous character is joining the fray. John Turturro will portray Carmine Falcone, the mob leader. The role was also played by Tom Wilkinson in Batman Begins and Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight trilogy. Peter Sarsgaard will portray Gotham District Attorney Gil Colson in The Batman. Yet fans are wondering if he'll play Two-Face after seeing a duality-themed Instagram post. Jamie Lawson as Gotham mayoral contender Bella Real and Alex Ferns in an unknown role complete the cast. Finally, Max and Charlie Carver will play unknown parts in what looks to be the final round of casting announcements. Now, let's talk about its trailer. The Batman's first official trailer is here, and it's vicious, action-packed, chilling, and revealing in every way. Wait till you understand that every shot in the Batman trailer is with just 25 to 30% of the film done, if you think it's promising now. We now have a clear picture of Robert Pattinson as the Caped Crusader, both with and without the mask on. A glance at Paul Dano's Riddler is included. And due to Reeves, we know not to anticipate anything like Jim Carrey's Riddler. Paul Dano plays a version of the Riddler that no one has ever seen before. "What he is doing is going to blow people's minds," said Reeves following the reveal. The director also touched on the interactions between so many different Batman characters coming together for the latest flick. How all these characters connect was one of the really interesting things about writing this movie, Reeves said. With Commissioner Gordon, Selina Kyle, and the Penguin all set to play some role in the Batman, expect nothing short of a high-octane thrill ride from start to finish. At DC's Fandom event in October 2021, a new look at the Batman was shown, with the latest teaser featuring more of Zoe Kravitz Catwoman, as well as Andy Serkis, Alfred, and Colin Farrell's Penguin. Batman declares, "This is a powder keg, and Riddler is the match." Here are more facts you need to know about the movie. According to the trailers, we now know a lot more about the Batman story. After prodding and poking Batman and Jim Gordon, Riddler leads the two of them to investigate a string of murders. Don't be shocked if it's the latter, since Gotham usually piles up the body count. It's also evident that the film's connection between Catwoman and Batman will play a significant role. The Batman is an edgy, action-packed thriller that depicts Batman in his early years, struggling to balance rage with righteousness as he investigates a disturbing mystery that has terrorized Gotham. Robert Pattinson delivers a raw, intense portrayal of Batman as a disillusioned, desperate vigilante awakened by the realization that the anger consuming him makes him no better than the ruthless serial killer he's hunting, according to the official synopsis. You can't expect everything to be all sunny for the crime-fighting vigilante, because the picture is set during the Caped Crusader's second year. Director Matt Reeves noted at Fandom in 2020, "It's early and Batman's still a vigilante. In the narrative, many in Gotham think that person sounds a little scary. He's still a developing legend. People question whether he exists. It's one of the things he will confront." And if you're hoping for a crossover, well, there are no crossovers with Joaquin Phoenix Joker or the other major DCEU characters, such as Henry Cavill's Superman, because the Batman is confirmed to live on its own multiverse Earth. While waiting for the new Batman movie to be released, you can binge watch the other Batman movies as well. We recommend watching the Batman movies in the sequence in which they were released. Tim Burton's enormously popular summer blockbuster starring Jack Nicholson and Michael Keaton, followed by Nolan's breakthrough Dark Knight trilogy. The list would be as follows: Batman, 1989, Batman Returns, 92, Batman Forever, 95, Batman and Robin, 97, Batman Begins, 05, The Dark Knight, 2008, The Dark Knight Rises, 2012. Are you excited for the all-new The Batman movie? What are your expectations from the new version of the movie? Let us know in the comment section down below. We hope you guys liked this video. Stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.